Let's go. Okay.
Great.
So.
Wow, this is a special holiday edition, isn't it?
Yeah.
My mom gave these to us, and my mom
cute.
even put one on our dog.
Can she
This
mail
is
one to me?
Very special, jolly week because I have a new favorite football team in Arizona called the Glendale 49ers.
The best team in football.
The Glendale San Francisco 49ers. It's going to be very interesting. I feel so bad for them, though, that they have to move away from their families.
Yeah, that stinks. But they're better on the road.
How long is it? Like 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
2 weeks.
Yeah, but the whole month of December, it's Christmas season, the holidays, and you're going to be away from your
because they
family.
have 2 games in Arizona's home games, but then they play Arizona, I think, in week 15 it is.
Yeah, it's
and the 49ers are a team that are kind of on the fringe. Like they're just on the outskirts. Like a couple things go their way. Like they're in the playoffs, basically.
Exactly.
So.
Yes. So the Rams game, it's been a little bit since this has happened, since this game has transpired. But that was an absolutely massive game. For the San Francisco 49ers.
It wasn't the prettiest game, I'd say. There was a lot of mistakes that went on, but it was a great game because they won.
I was about ready to punch a hole through the wall when we get an interception, and then Jeff Wilson fumbles on the very next play.
Yeah, I was about to cry.
We're on the 50-yard line, and then you get a fumble. It's like, wow, thanks a lot for that. And then also Aaron Donald somehow single-handedly wrecks an entire offense.
Yeah, they kept Aaron Donald quiet the last game, but this game he was able to do his thing.
He must have not been feeling good because it was like night and day.
Mm-hmm.
And Daniel Brunskill could not hold him back. They were double teaming him, dude.
Yeah, but he does know who Deebo Samuel is now, so it took him 2 games.
You got to start a team right now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You pick from AJ Brown, Kate Metcalf, or Deebo Samuel. You get to pick one. Who are you picking?
This is hard. Okay, I'd say AJ Brown's my third option.
Okay.
I don't know, but the Deebo Samuel, DK Metcalf, like I think Count and I we talked about, they're just like different, you know.
Yeah,
I agree.
Like DK Metcalf's like that big deep threat, like Calvin Johnson was, and Deebo Samuel's like the one that gets the screen passes, and able to like plow through and juke people out and stuff like that.
Yeah,
just kind of. I don't want to say shifty, but I mean he's just hard to tackle, and so. I don't know. It's depending on what type of offense. I think for the 49ers, he works really well for what they do because they don't really throw the ball deep a lot of the times. Like they're pretty like screen pass or like little passing. And I mean, people get on like Jimmy G, Nick Mullins for not throwing it deep, but I mean, like they rarely ever like run routes that are like more than like 20 yards maybe. So.
Right. Exactly. Well, because it's a little bit of a risk there. Gunslinger Nick Mullins. It's like a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, I know.
We kind of have to run those extensions.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we saw last year they did run some deep balls, like to George Kittle. They threw that one deep. Darsh against the Packers, but I mean that was a deep pass, and then also against the Rams that when they converted on a couple of those third downs.
Yes,
and then but I mean, I don't know. I think the game plan changes when Kyle Shanahan's comfortable with who he has out there,
right.
And I think he's just comfortable with who he's facing, considering you guys kind of destroyed them the first go around. And this time they put up more of a fight. Yeah. But it was still kind of like, I don't know. I was kind of thinking, the Rams learned from their mistakes the first time around, took care of the football a lot better. Jared Goff isn't throwing what was it, like 4 interceptions against you guys?
Yeah, it was a bunt. Yeah,
he fumbled once.
No, he threw 2. No, he threw 2 picks.
Yeah, he threw 2 picks. One was a pick 6, and then he also fumbled.
But I think he threw 2 picks last time as well.
Oh,
at least one. I don't know, maybe 2.
He threw that one to Verrett in that end zone where Verrett cut it off.
Yeah, maybe it was just one then.
Yeah,
but
taking care of the football a lot better, and they still came out and they just
Jimmy Ward played like if Jamal Adams and like Budda Baker had a baby. Like Jimmy Ward played like an absolute savage. He was punching the ball out. I don't understand why. There's one play like Jared Goff. He's like trying to juke out Jimmy Ward. It's like, what are you doing? Just get on the ground. Don't embarrass yourself in front of your entire hometown.
Yeah, he was great.
But. Yeah, Darsh, do you want to talk about the Bears game for a little bit? Because I didn't get a chance to watch that game.
Yeah, so the Packers played against the University of Portland men's football team.
There we go.
It was a great game. No, I think it was kind of interesting because Mitch Trubisky wasn't like declared like the starter until about midway through the week after Thursday, I think. So I think there was a little bit of a toss up, and I think it was kind of funny watching the entire game. A bunch of like the Bears players would just, anytime he made like a dumb play, dumb throw, like overthrow there, underthrow here, whatever. It was like the Bears players would just like kind of roll their eyes at him, and it was just kind of funny. But overall, I think that I was expecting a little bit of a tighter game, considering the Bears defense has been playing like they're ranked near the top of the league when it comes to like points per game allowed and so on and so forth. So they're like top 10 when it comes to yards per game. And I was expecting a little bit of a tighter game. I was thinking that it was going to be like one of those traditional Bears Packers games, but it ended up being a situation in which maybe it was rust for Trubisky or just outgunned offensively.
Yeah,
there's a little bit of
the Bears
back and forth.
have a nice defense.
Yeah, like this, like their pass defense is ranked near the top. They're like second in the league.
Right.
Nope. Sorry, I lied. They are 10th in the league in the pass.
Yeah, still top 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 10. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Top 10.
Yeah, that's like a Burger McFarlane quote. My bad, everybody.
Yeah. Is it just
Top 10,
weird?
top
Is
10.
this like front part of the hat like really extreme? Like it looks like, because usually aren't they like a couple inches high?
Yeah.
You look like one of those like the Russian like dancer people with the big like fur hat on the top.
Yeah.
But I wanted to mention something. So now we know why Will Fuller is the best two-way player in the league.
Yeah.
PEDs, man.
Dude, he's a baller, I'm telling you.
That explains
that
a
is
lot,
the most
doesn't
accurate
it?
statement
He's the best.
Bro, and it was so funny because Will Fuller came out and said that, and then Aqib Talib was like, Aqib Talib came out like the next day on I forgot what podcast it was, but he came out the next day and he was like, oh man, I played on Adderall, guys, and it was like playing a video game. I was like, oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like, did you watch that, Peyton Manning's little episode on like ESPN Plus? He did it with like Marshawn, and Marshawn takes he said he used to take like a shot and a half of like Hennessy before a game and stuff. I guess that's not illegal. You can do whatever you want, huh? They don't really, you can't get tested for alcohol. Like it's fine, but yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. That sucks. So fantasy football, he's gone, huh? Done for you. Is he gone for? Is Will done for the rest of the season?
Yeah, he is.
Well, 6 games. So there's a chance.
Oh, so it might carry over.
Yeah. I think they said they're going to carry over to like week 1 of the next season.
Yeah,
but he's a free agent this year too.
Niners should get him, bro.
No, he'd honestly be pretty good with them. I mean, we always say Niners should get everybody, but I mean, like,
no,
I like the Niners' young receiver core.
Yeah.
Oh, I think our receivers went from like the thing we needed to the thing that we're most abundant with. The getting Brandon Ayuk was the best addition,
and also Richie James stepping up in the Packers game, even though they got blown out pretty much, but he actually did pretty decent. So he's kind of come into his own.
Well, I mean, you guys have Kendrick Bourne, who's kind of like a third string or not third stringer, wide receiver 3, kind of like outlier. But you guys have Deebo Samuel, you have Brandon Ayuk. Like those are 2 very solid utility players that I definitely see stepping up down the line.
Oh yeah. Yeah. KB just gets kind of put on the back burner because he's not as dynamic as Ayuk.
Yeah.
But like when you need a third down conversion on 3rd and 14 or 3rd and 12 or something,
he's always there.
He's pretty sure-handed.
Yeah. I mean,
if it's like first and 10, he's wide open, he could drop it.
Yeah, he doesn't. He throws it away. Like, I'm not touching that.
He's only good in the clutch. All right.
Yeah, he's very clutch.
Any of those gimme ones, it just ain't happening.
Yeah, it's like a 5-yard out, and he just let's not touch it.
Yeah,
exactly. And then Tyreek Hill had himself a little bit of a ball game. He did all right.
It's an understatement.
The Chiefs are freaking.
He put up like 200. He put like 270 yards in like the first half.
Yeah, that was
like
nuts.
20 yards in the first quarter, I thought, right?
Yeah, I don't remember. It was a crazy stat.
Freaking ridiculous, dude.
That's nuts. He got 3 touchdown catches that game.
Yeah. What did you guys think about the Eagles Seahawks game? I thought it was a pitiful performance for the Seahawks.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the defense has definitely stepped up on both sides of the ball, I feel like.
Yeah, Eagles defense was raw.
Yeah, they were good.
Well, yeah. Eagles defense has been kind of like middle tier. Like they're not going to like, or as Sheridan says, they're not anything to write home about. But
there we go.
You can expect you can expect a solid show from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're not gonna give up big plays as often as like say the Jaguars or something like that, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. They definitely like DK got a touchdown. That was a pretty bad one. I think it was on Darius Slay as well or whatever.
Yeah, he was matched up on Darius Slay the entire.
Yeah, and he like torched him on that 50-yard pass.
Yeah,
and then I'd have been in fantasy, so I watched like the beginning of it, and he like was just like shredding them. But yeah, besides that, the defense played good. Their pass rush was pretty decent.
Yeah,
I mean Fletcher Cox, I like him. He's pretty good. So
yeah, so I like that Jalen Mills. That guy, he's pretty good. And Slay's good, but the Eagles you might as well not have your offensive line come on the field because Carson Wentz has to do everything by himself.
Yeah,
and he has 0 time to do anything.
I don't know.
100%.
People say like Carson Wentz, he's like being like the worst quarterback in the league right now. With like, I don't think it's him being bad because he's been pretty decent like years past, but just his offensive line is playing awful.
He's doing
well. It's not even his own line. It's literally like he's throwing a bunch of undrafted wide receivers. Like you,
that's true. Yeah.
Oh, and Jalen Reagor, but Jalen Reagor just they drafted him like the first round or second round. I don't know.
I think
second round. Yeah, first. Okay. Yeah, but Jalen Reagor, he hasn't really been utilized and he hasn't really like come onto the scene, and he's been dealing with injuries for a majority of the season. So it's like, give the man some weapons, give the man some time in the pocket. What's his face? I think Chris Collinsworth, or was it Al Mike? One of the two. They were kind of talking about how sometimes it literally takes Carson Wentz he has to hold the ball for like 8 seconds for his wide receivers to even get up the field to even get any form of separation. So it's like, that's impossible. And they were showing some tape on it, and it was just like, I'm not surprised that the man has thrown like 20 something interceptions. It's just like, give the man some weapons, man.
And on a long drive, by the time they get in the red zone, he's probably mentally exhausted. So his turnover, like his ability to like turn the ball over probably like escalates exponentially because it just takes so much effort to get into field goal range.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz literally led the game in rushing yards. Like they have Miles Sanders out the back, right? Mm-hmm. And you have Carson Wentz leading the game in rushing yards. Like something about that just seems so wrong to me.
Mm-hmm. I like Fulgham. Fulgham's actually decent when he gets the ball in his hands, but they at one point in the game, I'm pretty sure, I forget when it was, but they had like 5 or 6 straight 3 and outs.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you going to, I don't know. It's absolutely.
They couldn't compete.
And the 49ers, they beat the 49ers.
Yeah. I mean, granted, that was with Nick Mullins and like crappy like weapons.
What's that one guy's name? Is it Singleton or something?
What?
I forget what the guy that Nick Mullins threw is pick 6 to.
Oh yeah, the wide open linebacker.
Yeah, something like that. But he's actually pretty decent. The Eagles have good pieces on defense. But
it also makes him look better when you throw the ball right to him, though.
I think for the Eagles, this is kind of like they're going for like moral victories at this point. Obviously, they're still in the thick of it because it's the NFC East.
No, they're toast.
Well, I mean, like they could still be, they could still realistically make the playoffs by only winning like 6 games or whatever.
Yeah.
Or I don't know what the actual breakdown is, but like realistically, I think they're just going for like moral victories at this point. Yeah. I think everyone's trying to push the narrative that Carson Wentz is done. He's through. He's, all the. I just think that the jury's still out on it, and I think the Eagles would be sorely mistaken to move on from him and move on to Jalen Hurts or whoever, like in this type of way.
Yeah, I think Carson Wentz needs the right system to work well with. Like, I know we always say like, go to the 49ers, but I think with Kyle Shanahan and his whole like running things as RPOs and all that stuff, I think he'd work really well there because I don't really see a lot of like misdirection with their offense and stuff like how it was the years before.
I don't want Carson Wentz, dude.
Why no? But I mean, also, and honestly, I do agree with Darsh. I think they're going for moral victories right now. I don't think they're going to win the NFC East. I feel like depending on how long Daniel Jones is out, I don't know how long he'll be out.
He's not out for long. He's doubtful. And that reminds me, we have to say a prayer at the end of this.
Okay.
Because we need him to play against the Seahawks.
Okay. Yeah. But anyway, I think honestly, the Washington football team, it's their division to lose. Mm-hmm. Honestly, they're actually decent on defense, and their offense, they can get it done. Antonio Gibson, he showed it out against Thanksgiving.
That dude was balling.
Yeah, he was really good. I think, and Alex Smith is still. It's surprising he's still like a starter caliber quarterback. Like after his whole leg like getting destroyed, he still is amazing. But and Terry McLaurin, massive.
Yes. To me, it's like the Giants are going to win the NFC East if Daniel Jones stays healthy, but it's going to be because they've already swept Washington this year.
Yeah.
So it's if Daniel Jones gets back, if he I think that you rest him against Seattle, but I don't want you to because I think with Daniel Jones, there's almost a decent shot you could beat them. Like I think that this, I can't wait to talk about that game. But with Colt McCoy, I think there's a pretty slim chance that they'll beat the Seattle Seahawks.
I think just with Daniel Jones, I know we're going to talk about it later, but just with Daniel Jones, like one interesting thing about it is, the Giants are in like a must-win situation. They have been in must-win since basically week 3 or 4, whenever they went on that losing streak. Basically, they have to like win out in their division or to like make the playoffs. And I think it's realistic, even in spite of Daniel Jones' injury. But one thing about Daniel Jones is that he hasn't thrown an interception since the Tampa Bay game, which was like 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And the Giants have been doing really well.
Yeah. Weird.
But in the same regard, he hasn't really thrown a touchdown in like 2 weeks. I mean, he's taking care of the ball, right? But he's not, helping his team score in that regard. So I think, So I think as far as like output and production, I do agree with Kellan. I think that Daniel Jones playing against the Seahawks gives the Giants the best chance to win. But I also think that the Giants are getting it done even with, without Daniel Jones needing to be like the primary reason to, get the drives going, get the score, putting up points and so on and so forth. So I think the Giants could still get it done. But.
Yeah, I think that Wayne Gallman guy, he's really come onto the scene as being a decent running back and replacement for Saquon. Yeah. I think if they had Saquon Barkley back, I don't know. I think he'd be honestly like, I don't know if they'd be like actual like playoff threat. If they had Saquon back, I think they could be. But I don't know because they weren't doing too hot with Saquon. But now since they've had Wayne Gallman, they've actually been doing pretty good. So,
but I mean, like they're taking care of the ball. I don't know.
Their defense,
that's next season's problem.
Their defense is better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%. Their defense is solid.
Yeah. They're an exciting football team. Washington football team and the New York Giants are on the rise. I'm telling you. They're going to be an issue, and the Niners aren't going to walk through Washington football team, especially if their offensive line is off.
That's true, because Chase Young can just plow through them.
If they and Montez Sweat, dude, if they start sending some smoke.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too worried about their secondary at all.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they have that one Fuller dude, not the Bears Fuller, but he's got a few picks. Yeah, he's got a few picks, and he's pretty decent.
So the Giants actually have a top 10 defense in terms of yards per game.
Yeah.
But they've been doing a fantastic job against the run. Not so much as a pass, but they're top 5 actually against the run game in terms of rush yards allowed per game. So that defense is pretty solid, man.
And Seattle has no signs of life rushing the football. Especially when Carlos Hyde's in the game.
Chris Carson did have that good touchdown though, where he like carried
he had like one 15-yard rush and a touchdown, but that was like it. Besides that, the Eagles shut him down. Yeah, I freaking hate the Seahawks, dude. They suck.
Yeah.
So, do you guys? There's some. So the games that I highlighted.
I know you do.
What's up? What's up?
You're like cutting out, Kel.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm cutting out.
You're cutting out.
I'm cutting out. Am I cutting out still? Am I okay?
Yeah.
Am I okay now?
Yeah. No, you're still cutting out, my guy.
No. Why? Yeah. I'm so confused.
It says your network bandwidth is low.
I don't know. Yeah.
It says your network bandwidth is low. Mm-hmm. So you got too many devices on your internet right now.
What does that even mean? So I have So I'll take my phone off Wi-Fi. It's not even. Oh yeah, it is.
That should help.
There you go.
Is it better now?
Like an impressionist painting.
Oh, look at that.
There we. Yeah,
is it better?
It's better now.
Almost. Yeah, almost. Yeah.
Yeah. Right on.
I can hear you fine. Yeah.
Technical difficulty. Well, good thing it's a podcast. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, sick. So, do you guys? The games I highlighted were obviously Giants, Seahawks, Rams, Cards. I think Washington versus the Steelers is going to be interessante, and also I think that obviously the Bills-Niners game, and then besides that, Falcons, if they show up, could beat the Saints. Do you have any? And then wait,
Eagles.
Packers the Eagles. What game do you guys want to talk about first?
I don't. Yeah, it's up to you guys. Honestly, before we talk about this, I want to say like the Minnesota Jacksonville game. I mean, I think Minnesota has this one like in the bag, but I mean, it's also kind of important because if the Rams are able to beat the Cardinals, then they'll be 6-6, and I think then the Vikings will also be right in there at 6 if they win, they'll be 6-6 as well. So it's basically the Niners have to win this game, and also Vikings have to lose this game for them to actually move up in the rankings at all. Because then there'll be like a 3-way tie for this last like playoff spot. Like the Vikings could sneak into the playoffs. Honestly, their remaining games aren't even that hard. They have the Jags. I mean, they have the Bucks, which is gonna be difficult. Then they have the Bears, which I don't know if they can just score on offense and play somewhat decent on defense, they'll be fine. Then they play the Saints and the Lions, so they have like 3 easily beatable games coming up.
Yeah,
finish off the season, so that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, all I know is the Niners, if they beat the Bills, dude, they're gonna be in the playoffs.
I don't know. I just can't sleep on Washington though. Like.
No, you can't sleep on. Okay, let's talk about Washington versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah. So this is going to be very interesting because the Steelers have been getting a lot of heat for like their strength of schedule.
I don't know.
Like
it's a real thing, man.
Steelers are being crybabies.
I mean, when Trace McSorley is still in the ball game with you, like. I mean, not a knock on him, dude.
Trace McSorley was thrown on a dime, bro. Like he was.
Yeah, Marquise Brown had a big touchdown.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah,
I was like,
I didn't even know that game was
there's no way.
on.
Like, I was like, RG3 was out of the game, and I was like, all right, yeah. Like, there's just no way anything else is happening for the Ravens. Like, chop it up. But then that happened. I was like, no way.
Yeah, the Ravens are wild.
Wait, did you guys watch the game?
Yeah, I watched.
I was at work, so I had it on my phone. Like I just had it off to the side, so I caught a few plays here or there.
Yeah. I forgot it was going on because I looked and I was like, oh, this is an odd time to be playing a football game.
Yeah, with RG3, they were like running the ball so much, like they just like were rarely passing. It was just like. Even on like, I think it was even on 4th down, they ran the football and it was like a 4th and 3 or whatever. It was just kind of like, I don't know. I think RG3 is kind of, I don't know. I think he's kind of washed out. Like he wasn't making
washed up when he tore his whatever.
Yeah. He honestly hasn't been like that. Trace McSorley like put more life into that offense than I think he did. Like
Trace.
Like, yeah, I don't know. It just didn't seem like RG3 was like doing anything productive.
Yeah, I don't really know because I didn't watch the game, but all I know is the Steelers are suspect.
You didn't watch Wednesday afternoon football?
No, I had like lab. Okay, I honestly, dude, I'm gonna take the Washington football team on this one with an upset. Antonio Gibson gets a touchdown, he extends his streak. And then Terry McLaurin gets a touchdown. Logan Thomas gets a touchdown. I think Alex Smith has himself a day, but who knows, dude?
Yeah,
I don't know. I think I just don't like the Steelers because I feel like they're kind of, I don't know, like it's just really frustrating when a team that's not that good is like undefeated and their schedule. Like there was a list of the quarterbacks that the Steelers have beat throughout this season. And I don't remember like off the top of my head who it was, but like it was.
I got you. Let me pull it up.
Trash. Did you see that post?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't remember. So they beat Daniel Jones at the beginning of the year, which in my opinion, was a tough game for them. And I'm pretty sure they've beaten the Eagles. They've obviously beat the Ravens. That was a good game. The first game with Lamar was a good game. And then they beat Trace McSorley.
They barely beat the Titans too. Like, that was super close. Came with a missed field goal.
Yeah, dude.
And they also got some help from the refs in that game too.
Oh, really? I saw something like that too. But
I don't know.
All right. So the Steelers cakewalk 11-0 schedule. They beat Daniel Jones, close game. Barely beat the Broncos. Mm-hmm. They beat Bill O'Brien. They beat Carson Wentz. They beat the overrated Browns team. They got bailed by the refs versus the Titans. They barely beat the Ravens. They barely beat the 3-8 Cowboys. They beat the 2-win Bengals. And they beat Jake Luton. And they barely beat the Ravens practice squad and third string quarterback.
Yeah. Jesus, and I think the Broncos game wasn't even Drew Lock. It was like Jeff Driscoll or something, whoever that guy is. Yeah. Like it wasn't even their full offense. So
what a joke, dude. They're going to get knocked out first round.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I think the Steelers definitely have like claims to, they have claims to the record. Like I think any team to win in the NFL, like any given Sunday, I think it's almost like it's still a challenge. Even if you're, like the absolute favorite, I think that there's still like that moment where it's like, okay, wait, you still got to play. You still got to play to the best of your ability. And I think, the Steelers have definitely caught a lot of lucky breaks going into it. But I think when it comes to playoff time, I think that, they still have a rock solid defense. They have phenomenal pass rush, which I think is actually the first, if not second in the league. And they've got a really, I think, it's at least top 15, if not top 10, but they've against their secondary, their secondary is pretty solid. So I think that, their defense and then Ben Roethlisberger, however many injuries he's currently dealing with, whatever, they've got options on offense, right? They've got Chase Claypool, they've got Juju Smith-Schuster, and whoever that other guy is, Deontay Johnson. Yeah. And then James Conner, if he gets healthy, they've got the 1-2 back. Benny Snell and James Conner. So like this team is solid. They might not have faced the competition that you'd like a number one team to have faced in order to get that, that claim to be that number one team. But I think that they're still a solid team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And their wide receiver core is pretty solid. Yeah. Like they've got weapons. Who do you think's going to take this dub, Darsh?
I'm going to go with dude, I hate seeing it, but I just think that Steelers pass rush is going to dominate Washington's O-line, and I almost feel sorry for Alex Smith. Hopefully they don't sack him too many times, and hopefully he doesn't have to, he doesn't get injured or whatever, but But I'm going to take the Steelers. I think it's going to be 28-14.
Okay. Who's got 2 touchdowns for the Washington football team?
I think Terry McLaurin gets one, and Antonio Gibson gets one.
Nice. I like it. Any trick plays you think they're going to pull out? I think they're going to pull out some trick plays for this game. I honestly think
they're going to empty that playbook again.
I mean, you have to if you want to take that. I
would honestly like to see a Logan Thomas drop a bucket into Alex Smith's hands.
That'd be sick.
For like a 50-yarder or something like that. Just
be wild.
Drop it in the bucket.
That'd be freaking sweet. Who has a big game, Darsh, for the Steelers?
I think Chase Claypool. I think Juju Smith-Schuster is getting the Antonio Brown treatment when Juju was first coming on. So I think he's the one getting getting the majority of the coverage, and I think everything else is being deferred onto like the rest of the other guys. That's why you're seeing Chase, or that's why you're seeing Claypool and Deontay Johnson and I forgot James Washington. That's why you're seeing a lot of these other guys get open down the field. Is because Juju is like the primary target on defense, and I think he's the one being doubled.
Oh yeah, covered. For sure.
Yeah.
Sheridan?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Steelers as well. I don't know. I could see Washington upsetting them. Honestly, they kind of have all the pieces to do so. They have a pretty decent D line. I definitely think the Steelers D line is better. But I mean, Alex Smith has like shown that he's still elusive, and he can still like roll out of the pocket like he did before. I think that will be to their benefit. But yeah, I could see this one being a 2-score game like Darsh. I'd say it's a little high scoring, honestly. I'd say probably 32 to like 21.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
So going off the Steelers schedule real quickly.
Yeah.
So they obviously face Washington this week. They face Buffalo the following week, Cincinnati the week after, Colts the week after that one, and then they end their season with the Browns. Realistically, which team do you think that they drop to? They drop the first L to.
I think the Colts.
I think that they drop to the Bills.
Maybe, yeah.
They play the Bills next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Bills are going to be flame broiled that they get smacked upside the head by the San Francisco 49ers. I think that they drop 2 in a row. They drop this week to the Washington soccer club, and then they beat the Bills, and then they lose to the Bills. Mm-hmm. And then after that, it's going to be tight. They're going to absolutely dismantle the Bengals.
Yeah.
Who's the starting quarterback for the Bengals again? What's his
Ryan
name?
Finley.
Okay, and then the Browns is a tough game, but then the Colts is also interesting.
I mean, they destroyed the Browns last time.
Wait, didn't the Colts get absolutely destroyed by the
Titans? Derrick Henry ran over.
Yeah, that's right. I was thinking about you that whole time because you were a little salty.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, but I ended up. I mean, like that was entirely a salty pick, but it ended up being a good pick.
Yes, exactly.
I was like, "What the heck?" Like, that was out of spite. Like, I was thinking that the Colts were actually going to win, but I was like, "Oh, whoa, Derrick Henry, keep feeding that guy."
Yeah, I know Derrick Henry. When he's on, it's scary. Yeah. But another game that caught me completely by surprise was that the Raiders showed no signs of life against the Falcons.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Like they didn't score a single touchdown.
Didn't John Gruden, like before the game, he was like, the Falcons are the best 3-8 team. Well, I don't know what the record is, but the Falcons are like the best 3-8 team that we're gonna play all season or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
He was like complimenting the Falcons the entire time. He was like, "Oh, this is all like they're playing a lot better than their schedule indicates. They've just played a lot of like tough teams or whatever." And then they get destroyed by them.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think they were gonna get destroyed at all. I thought they were gonna blow them out, but yeah, that was just awful. I started Derek Carr in one of my leagues, and he got like 0.16 points.
That's a freaking game right there.
Because he's projected like 20 something, or like I think it was like 19. So I started him and he got nothing.
I was in one of my other leagues that I didn't get kicked out of, bro. I was in I was doing fine, and then all of a sudden Tyreek Hill, I look on my phone, it's like 60 points there. I'm like, wait a minute, dude. This is crazy.
Bro, what league are you in that this dude is putting up 60 points in? What's your scoring metrics?
I think it's a PPR with.
Well, because Ty Hill, what are you playing?
Yeah, PPR, but like he only put up like 40, like 39 point something.
Really? What? But Sheridan, didn't he put up like 57 points?
Yeah, he put up 57 in the R League.
Oh,
interesting. I don't know. What's the difference?
I don't know, because he had 269 receiving yards.
Oh, do you guys have bonuses for like yardage completed?
I don't think so.
Probably.
I think they have like, I think you get like 10 points. I mean, like a point per yard, like 10 yards maybe. I don't know. Because I think you get 20. Because I think he got like 26 points off the yardage, and then 18 off of the touchdowns. Because he got 3 touchdowns, and then however many receptions he got a point for that. So I think he was
okay.
There.
So, Darsh, will you please take me through who you think is going to win this Falcons Saints game?
Honestly, Taysom Hill. I don't know if it was Taysom Hill struggling or it was Sean Payton game planning, but that Broncos game was just disgusting. It was just disgusting, man. There's literally nothing I can say about it. Again, like I was on the road, like I was driving back home when that game was going on, so I didn't get to see much of it. But all I kept hearing, like Andrew Siciliano on Red Zone, or whatever, all I kept hearing from him was Taysom Hill ran in for a touchdown. Taysom Hill ran in for a touchdown. So then I came back and I checked the stats and I saw that he only threw the ball for like 78 yards, but like rushed for like 100 something or other. And I'm just like, what the hell? So game. I don't know if it was Sean Payton who was like game planning, saying like, okay, Broncos, you have no quarterback. Don't worry. We're not going to have a quarterback either. We're just going to run the ball like you guys are going to run the ball, and we'll see who wins.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I'm going to go with the Saints. The Saints defense has really come on lately. Like they're like number 2 against the rush. Mm-hmm. They are number 3 against the pass.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, number 5 against the pass, and they're number 1 team in terms of yards allowed per game. So they are rock solid. Easily. I don't know what that overall ranking comes out to, but they're like top 5. Mm-hmm. So I think that this is just ultimately going to be the better defense versus a kind of inconsistent offense.
Right.
So
you got the Saints? Yeah,
I got the Saints. I think obviously it's a divisional matchup, so it's going to be a tight game.
Yes.
I'm going to go 38-35.
Ooh, interesting.
High scoring.
Falcons kind of light up that good defense, huh?
That'll help out fantasy.
Okay, I like it. Yeah, I could tell that their defense was a little bit different when they played the Niners. Like CJ Gardner-Johnson had himself a game against the Niners, and then also like Demario Davis was in on like every single tackle. So they're definitely good. And then obviously we got Cam Jordan. So
yeah, I've never seen a defense like turn it around like the Saints had this season, because at the beginning of the season they were ranked near like the bottom.
Really?
Or was I don't know if I was just like hysterical or something like that, but I could have sworn they were ranked near the bottom. Yeah. And then for whatever reason, now they're like ranked near the top. I'm like, wait, hold up. What happened?
Yeah. I mean, the Seahawks defense kind of turned it up too. Like, because they were completely trash, and then they played the Niners, and then ever since then, it kind of turned around a little bit. But the Vikings-Panthers game, that was wild too. And then obviously I was surprised when the Cardinals lost to the Pats. That shocked me.
The Patriots are back in it, man. Like, I don't know. I think they are.
Are you back on the train?
No, I'm not. But it's been surprising how they've turned around and won like 3 games now. Is it against actual decent teams? Like,
do you think they're like the number 7 wild card seed?
I could see it happening. Like, don't count out Bill Belichick, bro.
No.
Like, Cam's not getting it done with his arm at all, but I mean, like,
he doesn't have one.
Yeah, I know, but on the run, he's been doing pretty decent.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. They kind of had that tough stretch where they were battling COVID and stuff.
Yeah, I'm happy we played the Patriots when we did. Honestly, like,
yeah,
the Niners lucked out with that one because they were playing him when like they were still going through all their issues and like stuff like that. But
for sure. So Sheridan.
Yeah.
I think that Saints is probably the easy pick on this one, huh? Unless something drastically crazy.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Saints. I'm going to say it's close to like Darsh. I think, I don't know, Taysom Hill, he's good, but he's very like one-sided as a quarterback. So
it was funny. I was like rewatching a clip from a couple weeks ago, and it was Sheridan talking about how when Taysom Hill's in the game, everyone's like, "Oh no, what is he gonna do?
Yeah,
what is he gonna do?" Oh, Taysom Hill runs the ball.
Yeah, I know. It's all he does.
But it was so funny.
It's like, what do you expect is gonna happen, dude? Everybody gets all flustered. It's like
what is he gonna do? Is he gonna catch the ball? Is he gonna throw the ball? Is he gonna run the ball? Oh, look, he ran the ball.
Yeah,
I know.
So dumb.
That's why I think last year when the Niners played the Saints, like they won because they just shut down Taysom Hill. He couldn't do anything. It was like they tried to do like a fake punt with Taysom Hill, but the Niners realized that and they just stopped him from doing it, and it was like pretty simple when he came into the game. But
didn't you guys have Fred Warner like basically hawking Taysom Hill down the entire game? Like if Taysom Hill was running a route, it was like Fred Warner was on his ass.
Probably, yeah.
Fred Warner's a baller, bro.
He's a freaking animal. animal, dude. I love that.
He
man.
gave up 6 touchdowns last year. He's only given up 1 this year. And he is I think the best coverage ranking out of all linebackers in the league.
Yeah, because he played like nickel in college, so he's fast. He can hang with guys.
Yeah,
Obviously,
he is.
He's a good athlete. It's not necessarily always a mismatch if they get him on a wide receiver. It's not ideal.
Yeah, but he can do it. Don't put him on DK, but yeah.
Don't put him on Ty Hill.
Yeah. You put Richard Sherman. Put Richard Sherman on Tyreek. Yeah.
Put Richard Sherman 1v1 versus man against Ty Hill.
Yeah.
He gets toasted.
Yeah. God. I'd trust Jason Verrett on Tyreek Hill, honestly.
With you got help over the top.
Jason Verrett's still speedy. Do you see the thing where he chased down Malcolm Brown or whatever it was? Or whoever was running?
Yeah, it was Cam Akers or something.
Cam Akers, yeah. And he chased him down.
Who the hell is a Malcolm Brown?
He's on the Rams, I think.
Oh.
They have a guy named Brown.
It was so funny. What's that one guy's name? Darius Williams.
Mm-hmm.
That number is it Darius Williams or something? That one corner who's been doing pretty decent for the Rams. But when he was covering Debo, those poor little Rams corners are just I don't want to tackle him anymore.
I know.
So funny. Now, can we just go through some of these boring games really fast? So Lions Bears. Pretty sure the Lions are going to take that dub pretty easily, unless
I don't know. I'm going to pick I'm going to pick the Bears on this one. Honestly, I think they're.
I'm going to go Bears. Yeah, I'm going to go Bears too. Galladay's out, and since Galladay has been out and DeAndre Swift has been dealing with a bunch of injuries, that Lions offense hasn't been able to get going. So I'm going to go Bears.
Interesting. I'm going to go with the Lions.
Okay.
Because I don't think they're very good. But the Bears have such a good defense.
I don't think any team's that as good, but I think the Bears just have a little bit better defense that they'll be able to stop them.
As long as you got Matthew Stafford, I mean, anything's possible. Oh, my God. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the Browns-Titans. Ooh, that's actually might be kind of nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a battle between running backs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, running back versus running backs.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. That's what Baker Mayfield was like. Somebody was talking about in an interview. He's like, "Are you excited to watch the matchup between King Henry and Nick Chubb?" And he's like, "Bradley Chubb, my bad." And then Nick Chubb, and then Baker Mayfield's like, "You forgot to mention Kareem Hunt." And it's like, yes, Kareem Hunt is an absolute savage.
Yeah, I know. Kareem Hunt's starting running back just as in a backup role. He's crazy.
The Browns have the number one rush offense in the league. They're putting up 169 rush yards per game, and it's a pretty split between the two. So I get what Baker's trying to say. It's not obviously back up your boy. Your boy has been putting up numbers. He deserves some respect too. Yeah. But it's also it's very bad. Those two are quite literally splitting the load, and they're doing a fantastic job at it.
Yeah, and I mean the only reason Kareem Hunt isn't a starting running back is because of his off-field issues. Yeah. So I mean, because he was a balling out on the Chiefs, and then that happened, and then he got kicked off. So
yeah, he was in a dark spot there for a little bit.
Yeah,
but now I really want to talk about.
Oh pick our games.
Oh shoot.
I'm gonna go with the Browns.
Yeah.
Okay, Bears.
I'm talking about the Browns Titans now. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with. I'm honestly gonna go with the Titans. I just think that the Titans are a little bit more loaded, offensively and defensively. And while obviously the Browns pass rush and their offensive rushing game, they're pretty solid. But I just think that ultimately it's gonna come down, and I feel like Baker Mayfield's going to make some mistakes. This is going to be a close one, 24-21.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Darsh. I think it's going to the Titans are going to win this one. I don't know. I like Derrick Henry. I think he's just a beast, and also I like AJ Brown has done really good. He had that one game where he was just awful, but now he's carried 4 defenders into the end zone last week.
Yeah,
that was wild. So I'm going to pick them as well. I think the Browns are kind of overrated. They have Myles Garrett's really good, and the running backs are good, but honestly, I don't feel like they can stand up in games that are like
guys,
opponents.
Real question, honest question. All right.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett versus Derrick Henry, just full on,
1v1.
brawl. Yeah, 1v1 brawl.
Oh, brawl, not just like tackling.
No.
I'd say Myles Garrett, bro. Myles
Like
Garrett's
fight, bro.
Myles Garrett's
Henry probably.
Dude, Myles Garrett's is already 1-0 in fights, bro, against Mason Rudolph. Dude, he's gonna win it.
Whack-a-mole champ of the league.
He is. So I got Myles Garrett, dude. That guy's a freak. Even though Derrick Henry's crazy, he's massive. And Myles Garrett, like he's like a monster, bro. That guy's huge.
Bro, who wins in a fight? Myles Garrett or Nick Bosa?
Myles Garrett.
Oh, Myles Garrett.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude.
Really
I'd
interesting.
pick Myles Garrett.
Nick Bosa's like psycho strong though.
He's big, but I mean Myles Garrett's is massive, dude. Like that guy's.
Yeah, but Nick Bosa's like really, 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 really strong.
I think he's like. I think Nick Bosa is like just overall like he's a fantastic athlete and everything. But I'm talking about like raw, like brute strength, and I think Myles Garrett has it on him.
I know a guy that can beat him. You know who could beat up Myles Garrett?
Jalen Hall.
Oh.
Huh?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh no!
I said Jalen Hall.
Yeah, dude.
Jalen Hall. Jalen Hall beats anybody on planet Earth, dude.
Hall's a savage. Man.
I think that.
Love you, Jalen.
Dude, yes. who's I gonna say? Oh, Javon Kinlaw. I think Javon Kinlaw is one of the biggest human beings I've ever seen on a football field, dude.
Yeah,
he's freaking humongous. And also, I got Fred Warner over him. I got all
Fred Warner over Myles Garrett, dude.
Fred Warner's kind of like crazy, dude.
Kellan.
Nah, fam.
Kellan. Fred Warner's good, but Myles Garrett's just like a freak, dude. Like. He's better than
who wins in a fight, Conor McGregor or Myles Garrett?
Myles Garrett would knock him out.
Myles Garrett, you think Myles Garrett would knock out Conor McGregor?
Dude, they're like not even in the same weight class, bro. Like, not at all. Like,
you don't think so?
No, Myles Garrett's like close to 300 pounds, bro. Maybe even over that, and he would knock out Conor McGregor.
You think he would knock him out?
Yeah.
Like, we talking boxing or MMA?
We're talking just like a street fight.
Yeah, no, Myles Garrett, bro. Easy.
Myles Garrett would knock him out.
Yeah, I would actually want to see that. Because it'd be interesting to see, like, I think it'd be really interesting to see how Myles Garrett would take, like, a calf kick or, like, a body kick. Like, I wanted to see how he would feel after that.
The real one is Jake Paul versus Myles Garrett, bro. Like,
oh my God. Dude, that I would not mind seeing.
And honestly, I think
Jake Paul would beat him in boxing.
I hate Jake Paul. I don't like him at all. But that fight, that knockout was like crazy, dude. That was hilarious.
Nate Robinson, I genuinely felt sick for Nate, dude.
He just dropped Nate Robinson.
God,
the whole fight was just punching him to the ground. It was just depressing to watch.
I mean, like there was a couple hits that Jake landed that were like, I thought they were very clearly like back of the head.
Yeah.
So there's that for him. But I just like, as someone who kind of like looks at Jake as like more of like, one of those like YouTube, kind of like celebrity stars. Yeah. And for Nate Robinson to be like representing the NBA and like just athletes, like people who dedicate their lives to, like a sport like this, not necessarily boxing, but just like, to their craft. I just thought it was a poor showing. And it was just like, that was rough.
Yeah, that was something else. It was just funny.
Bro, I think that Aaron Donald could beat up Myles Garrett.
Well, yeah, I think that could happen.
I think Khalil Mack could have a shot too. Khalil Mack's a dad, bro. He's freaking.
He's kind of lost his edge though a little bit. Like
his arms are like the size of my entire body.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Khalil Mack in general has just kind of like lost his like edge that he had, like Aaron Donald, like he's still coming after everybody. Myles Garrett, obviously the young guy, he's still coming after everybody. But Khalil Mack, he came in this league same time as Aaron Donald, but he's just not getting after the QB like the way he used to. I don't know if it's all the losing that's gone on in Chicago.
Probably.
Yeah, because at the beginning of the year, he was doing good, like against Tom Brady. Yeah. He wrecked him, but now it just hasn't been good.
Bro, I'm trying to think of a smaller guy that could beat Myles Garrett. Let me see here for a second, dude. Who's a freaking savage that you wouldn't want to mess with even though they're small? I know a lot of the cornerbacks, they're like scrappy, dude.
Trent Taylor, bro. I would pay to see Trent Taylor fight Myles Garrett to see Trent Taylor get beat up.
Like, no, honestly. Don't say that.
I'm sorry, but he's ruined a couple games for the 49ers, dude. Like, I'm sorry.
Oh, I think DK Metcalf could beat up Myles Garrett.
I don't know.
DK Metcalf's a massive individual.
He's massive, but I mean, I don't know. I say he could put up a fight, but I still think Myles Garrett would take it.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. It'd be dude. Darius Slay and DK Metcalf were just like scrapping it out at the beginning of the game. I was like, what are you guys doing, dude? Like they're gonna call a flag on the last person that does something, and like Darius Slay walks all the way around like this scuffle, and then he like shoves him right in front of the ref. It's like, what are you doing, dude? That's it was gonna be like 3rd and 20, and instead he just gave him an automatic first down. It's like so stupid. Like, stop.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think that the Cardinals are gonna be? You think they're gonna stay on the up, or do you guys think that they're
on the decline? They're on the decline.
I think they're on the decline as well.
I think the way that I think the way that things are shaping out in the NFC, if the Vikings don't make it, if they don't like win out the rest of their games, I think that it's very real, very, very, very realistic for us to see. For us to see 4 teams to come out of the NFC West, like just because of that extra 7th seed. So,
but honestly, I don't think there's going to be 4 because Tampa Bay is going to be there, and then I think there's going to be 3. I think it's going to come down between the Cardinals and the 49ers because the Cardinals are going to be there's 6 and something unless the Buccaneers continue their decline of losing games, but I don't see that happening. Because last time they started declining, they turned it around and won I think it was 4 or something in a row, and they balled out. I think Tampa Bay is going to be there, so I think it's going to come down to the Cardinals and whoever's close to the Cardinals at that point.
Yeah.
So, I could honestly, I think the 49ers have a great shot of making the postseason because these Cardinals team, I think it's honestly going to come down to week 15 or whatever, or 16 against the Cardinals as who's going to make that 7th seed.
Right. Who's going to win the Rams game? Rams Cardinals.
I'm going to go with the Rams. I think they're going to win.
Okay.
I think Jared Goff is going to have a stern talking to by Sean McVay.
He's going to have a slap on the booty.
And he's going to be like, if you don't play well, we're going to draft a QB.
Oh, yeah. Waste all the money they gave him.
Yeah.
You're going to have to eat that.
Yeah, they will. Honestly, I don't even know if they have a first-round pick, though, because they traded all their first-round picks away for the foreseeable future. Because, they traded it for Jalen Ramsey. It's like Sean McVay was kind of being like how we play in, like, franchise mode in Madden. He just trades away the first-round picks for, like, the players, but then doesn't realize that once that happens, it's like your future's over. So
yeah, all I'm doing now, I just draft corners and DBs. Then I just stack the box with a bunch of crappy linebackers and like defensive tackles and stuff. Yeah. But then I don't even waste time getting running backs anymore. I'll just trade like a 2nd rounder for Antonio Gibson and I'm like set. But the stupid thing is I forget that I have to turn off pre-existing injuries because I draft all these ballers like Vita Vea and like George Kittle, and then they can't play for like 46 weeks because like it says like out for 46 weeks. I'm like, I'm not going to play this for more than 1 season. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I know.
Why would you let me draft him? It's so stupid.
Yeah, I know. I think the Rams are going to win this one.
Yeah, me too.
I think it'll be close. The Cardinals have a shot, obviously, but I truly think that the Rams, if they can play, their defense can play the caliber they did last week, I think they can stop them.
Yeah,
because it wasn't about showing it all by the Rams defense last week. It was just the turnover game and who got more. And I think they can contain Kyler Murray because didn't they play them already or something
Pretty sure.
or don't they play them later? Don't they play in week 17 or whatever of the season?
IDK.
I think the Rams play the Cardinals the last week of the season every time. So like we play the 49ers, they play the Cardinals.
You mean we play the Seahawks?
Yeah, the Seahawks, sorry.
Darsh, do you think the Rams are gonna win this game?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams with this game, and I think it's pretty much similar to what Sheridan's already kind of said about them. Mainly just because the Cardinals have been kind of inconsistent. I mean, the Rams are like cornucopia of inconsistency, but I think they just have too many weapons to just not be good. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
So yeah, I agree. I think Sean McVay is gonna get it together with Jared Goff and get the turnovers back under control.
Yeah, the biggest thing is you need to get the ball into Cooper Kupp's hands because he's a difference maker.
And the Rams have not played Arizona yet. They play Arizona to end the season.
Yeah, see, there we go. Week 17, they play them.
Baby. Yeah, we need the Rams to do very well for the rest of this stretch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? We kind of do. It would have helped so much if the Cardinals lost to the Bills.
Yeah, no, that'd have been massive.
Yeah.
But Hail Murray.
Oh my god, so stupid. Okay.
I know.
So actually let's talk about the Giants Seahawks game. So Daniel Jones listed as doubtful. If he plays, which it's not looking too unbelievably likely that he's gonna play, but if he does, I like the Giants in this one, dude. But if Colt McCoy plays, it's gonna be a very difficult task to get the ball in the end zone.
That's true.
They might get it in scoring position, but field goals isn't gonna beat the Seahawks, especially when they just throw heaves to DK.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was watching that Eagles game and like the stuff they throw to DK Metcalf is wild. Like Russell Wilson was like scrambling around in the pocket, and then I think he's gonna like get sacked and he just throws a 50-yard bomb to DK Metcalf, and it's just like nuts.
Well, I mean, a few of them were like, okay, yeah, pretty clear cut, like DK could get them, but I think if we look at like kind of all the games, or at least the games that I've seen where DK's been baller, right? I think that a lot of those balls that he catches, like they're 50-50 balls. And I think that the, Seahawks are just relying on the fact that DK is going to, outmuscle him, just get those balls. And while I think that's great to an extent, I think that this is definitely going to be a game where the Giants are stacked enough on defense, or they're solid enough on defense, not necessarily against the pass, but they're solid enough on defense that they're going to be able to, they're going to be able to double DK for most of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be a game where I could see Tyler Lockett having a day, David Moore having a day, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, like if you just keep their run game at a minimum, and just expect them to just start throwing the ball. I mean, anything's possible. This could literally be like a 17-13 kind of game.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah. But I'm gonna roll with the Seahawks on this one. I think the Seahawks are gonna win it 28-21.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me two separate scores. What's the score gonna be if Daniel Jones plays, and what's the score if Colt McCoy plays?
If Daniel Jones plays, I think it's gonna be 28-25. Okay. If he doesn't play, I think Daniel Jones is a difference of about a touchdown.
Really?
I don't know. It's not gonna. I mean, like from what I've seen of Daniel Jones, like I think he's rock solid. He's taking care of the ball a lot better. But I just think that like we want to see, like as a quarterback in the NFL, you want to see more scoring come from him, right?
Yeah.
And while he's been able to get his team into positions where they can score, I just don't think I've seen quite enough to be able to be like, all right, yeah, no, like Daniel Jones plays this game. He's a difference maker.
Yeah, he is Danny Dimes for a reason, though.
Yeah.
Puts it on his boys, and then they let Wayne Gallman finish it off.
yeah,
basically. So Sheridan.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Seahawks in this one.
What just came out of your mouth?
I'm gonna pick the Seahawks on this one. I know.
You just said the bad word.
No, I didn't.
You just said a bad word, dude.
How did I say the bad word?
Your mom's
mad at
you.
We're sorry, Mrs. Mouse.
I don't think I did. I said I picked the Seahawks.
Sorry. He said the S word, dude.
Okay.
Dude.
Okay. Anyway, I think they're gonna win. I think if Daniel Jones plays, it's still gonna be a tough task for the Giants to beat them. But I think if he plays, it'll be definitely an easier route because Colt McCoy isn't the move. He's honestly pretty bad. But honestly, the Seahawks wide receivers, like Russell Wilson has it so good over there because like he's got DK Metcalf, which is kind of like a hammer, and just like powers through the ball and catches these passes. And then you got Tyler Lockett is more of like a scalpel that is more like agile and has more like skill and is able to do toe tap catches like you've seen over and over again. So I think he just has kind of the best of both worlds. Like with the 49ers, you have Deebo Samuel and then you have Brandon Ayuk, and they're roughly kind of the same player pretty much. They're all about like yards after the catch and stuff like that. So they just have multifaceted like wide receivers on that team. And so I think they're going to beat the Giants. And the Giants, they got good wide receivers too, but without Daniel Jones, I don't think Colt McCoy can utilize them correctly. So
it's all right. Wayne Gallman is going to go for 150, if not 200 yards.
Yeah, I can see that at 110%.
They're just going to give him the ball the whole time.
Yeah, especially against the Seahawks rush defense.
Yeah.
I don't think Darius Slayton had a freaking catch last week.
No, he posted a solid donut, bro.
Yeah.
Sterling Shepard had a decent day. Evan Ingram had himself a game.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I drafted Evan Ingram in one of my leagues, but he never seems to do anything
he does.
He's
consistent. He's just not going to blow your socks off.
Well, he's not. He doesn't really get over 10 points in fantasy though. Ever.
But it's tight end. A good tight end that's consistent is hard to come around.
But I always draft those though, so
But it's only literally you didn't. Who did you draft?
Darren Waller.
Oh yeah, that's true. But you traded him away.
Yeah, for Mark Andrews, who's going to.
But there's literally only 4 or 5 consistent tight ends.
Yeah.
And mine got hurt.
Yeah.
Mine broke his freaking foot in this stupid game. So dumb. And then the Eagles go to the Pack House. Eagles go to Lambeau. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Darsh.
I think this is gonna be a pretty interesting. This I think they play in the afternoon slot.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. I am mistaken.
You play morning game.
Oh no, I was right. Yeah, I think of all the afternoon games, this is definitely gonna be the one to watch. Mm-hmm. I know the Seahawks play the Giants and everything, but I think that the Packers-Eagles game, that's going to be the one to watch. Just because you have a very unpredictable kind of Packers defense. You don't know what you're going to get out of them. I know they've played solid, but they also haven't played the best offenses in the past 3 weeks. And I think that's what a lot of people are pointing to as the Packers being, not the worst defense, but middle of the road or whatever. But it's they haven't really played a bunch of great offenses. And I know the Eagles, they're basically just Carson Wentz is basically just carrying them. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what kind of Packers defense shows up that day. But obviously I'm going to pick the Packers on this one. And I think it's going to be, I could see it going 2 ways, but I think it's going to be pretty one-sided for a majority of this game. And I'm just going to go 38-24.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good score. I'm going to have to go with the Packers on this one just because Seahawks don't really have much cooking.
Eagles.
I mean, the Eagles don't have much cooking on offense there. And so I think Zadarius Smith could have a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Eagles' O line is not great. So
yeah, as long as Preston Smith isn't asked to cover freaking Jalen Reagor or Travis Fulgham or any of those guys, yeah, the Packers are gonna be all right.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Travis Fulgham's a savage.
He is. Yeah.
Are you going with the Packers too, Sheridan?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with them. I think Zadarius Smith is gonna have one of those games he did against the Niners where he just kind of bull rushed through.
Yeah. Packers are opening up as almost 9.5-point favorites against the Eagles. So
damn. So you got the Cowboys and Ravens. I think they're playing on Tuesday night just because they're giving the Ravens a little bit of time to rest.
I know. I have Mark Andrews starting on my team, but he's predicted as out. But the little description at the bottom says he's gonna play because his week's gonna be his time's gonna be up, but it still says he's out in fantasy for some reason. So hopefully he does play.
He's probably. I think Mark Andrews was one of the Ravens players that got COVID.
Yeah, he did. He was.
He is. Yeah, so he just has to wait the time.
Yeah, I know because he got out last week, and I think that was it was fairly early on last week because I had to get another tight end, so fairly early on. So now I think they're just waiting out the time. I think he should be done probably by Saturday or Sunday or something. But I'm gonna pick the Ravens just because I think they're a better team. I don't see the Cowboys doing that. I can see this honestly. Actually, no, I don't. I don't think it's gonna be a high scoring game at all. Is Lamar gonna be back?
What?
Is Lamar back for this one?
I have no idea.
They all should be back.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a bloodbath.
Yeah, I don't get really Lamar Jackson hasn't really been anything special in fantasy this year.
It's their offense.
Yeah,
when their offense is flowing,
Yeah.
When the Ravens offense is flowing, they're pretty good. As you saw last year, right? But I think we all kind of talked about it a couple of weeks ago where it's just okay, well, you knew in the offseason that all the defenses in the NFL were going to look at your offense, look at all the tapes of your offense, and they're going to scheme against it, right? So the fact that the Ravens didn't spend, I'm sure they did, but obviously what's carried out on field is the fact that the Ravens haven't been innovative. They haven't done enough things to get the ball out of Lamar's hands, right?
Yeah.
So
I think they had the whole if it's not broke, don't fix it mentality going into that year.
Yeah.
So, but it is broken now, so they don't.
It's yeah.
QB draw doesn't work every single play, bro. So
I feel bad for Marquise Brown. Like I've said 100,000 times, he doesn't get any touches. It's tough sledding.
Yeah, read option doesn't work every single play.
What's up?
Read option doesn't work every play, so
exactly. So you want to go Patriots Chargers?
Ooh, this is a tough one because I gotta go with
your favorite player in the league.
Dude, both of them, bro. Justin Herbert's. Always go Chargers every week, but the Patriots, dude. Cam Newton. I'm gonna go with the Chargers on this one.
Yeah,
it's kind of been an L column every single week for me, a guaranteed L every week when I pick the Chargers. But I'm gonna have to go with them. I think they're gonna win. I like Justin Herbert, and I think they have a more dynamic offense than the Chargers do. Than the Patriots.
Patriots, yeah.
Yeah. So, I think they're gonna win. So the Patriots secondary is really good. So it might be hard for Keenan Allen, a little bit harder for Keenan Allen. So they might have to rely on their other wideouts.
Well, I think Stephon Gilmore is going to be hawking down Keenan Allen pretty much the entire game.
I think it's going to be a big Mike Williams game for him.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because Mike Williams either drops 18 points or drops 5.
Yeah.
He doesn't do any between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what Sheridan's been saying, but I think that the Patriots are just going to ultimately win this out. I know that Patriots offense has been super inconsistent. Well, so has the Chargers defense. And I think ultimately it's going to come down to that Patriots defense, which has honestly been kind of nice against, the Chargers Offense. I read something the other day where it was like the Chargers are like have like the number 1 offense or number 4 offense in the league when it comes to passing yards per game or something like that. So, but all that really tells me is that Justin Herbert is just throwing the ball a lot. And I think when you have a rookie quarterback throwing the ball a lot, I think it's going to open doors for a lot of turnovers against a good team. And I think we kind of saw it 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. What was it? Was it last week when they played the Bills?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. When they played the Bills, I think you kind of saw it a little bit last week, but yeah. So I'm gonna pick the Patriots on this. I think it's gonna be 23. I think it's gonna be like 23-19, something weird like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dude, it seems like all the games that the Chargers are in, they might be down a little bit, but no matter what, they're always in it. That's kind of sick. It's like the first time in a little bit because all last year the Niners were in every single game. And it was kind of just like a rude awakening, when we're playing the Seahawks or the Packers and you're finally realizing it's like you're not going to come back from 3 scores down with 3 minutes left in the ball game.
Yeah, I know.
It's the most depressing feeling in the entire universe.
No, the most depressing feeling was when the Niners were coming back and then they didn't get the 2-point conversion. And that was like, dang it.
Yeah.
Because there was like life being breathed into that team. I was like, dude, they're going to like clutch this up. But then they did not. Because Jerick McKinnon decided to because Nick Mullins threw the ball too quick, bro. To Jerick.
Yeah. So, really quick, Broncos, Chiefs.
I'm gonna go Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, not even a question. The Chiefs, are they gonna win the Super Bowl?
I don't know. They'll make the play. I think they'll go far in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They'll definitely be the AFC Championship game. I think. Depending on
110%.
Yeah, depending if it's like the Steelers or Titans or.
Wait, who do you think's the AFC Championship game?
I think it'll be the Chiefs, and then I think it'll be a rematch of the AFC Championship game with Derrick Henry.
Oh, Chiefs Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's really sad though, to be perfectly honest. Like, I don't really care about any other football teams. Like, I care about the Giants and the NFC East, but I only care about the San Francisco 49ers. Like, so I don't know, dude. Like,
so you like the 49ers West and you like the 49ers East? That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Honestly, what I do every year is like I always root for the 49ers, but they don't make the playoffs. I always pick like a team in the playoffs that like I want them to win. It's always like when the Rams were good and the Niners didn't make the playoffs. I was like, I hope they won the playoffs and they won the Super Bowl and lost. And then like after that season's over, it's like, who cares about them anymore? But like it goes right back to the Niners and you watch them play, then it's like, oh, they're not going to make it. So
yeah, for me, if the Niners don't make it, I just stop watching football.
Oh,
yeah. I usually kind of do the same thing where it's like, okay, yeah, Packers had like 2 or 3 really bad seasons in a row before McCarthy got fired.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, yeah, after the Packers got out or if they didn't make it, then I was just like, all right, yeah, who do I want to win a Super Bowl? Who's someone that like I really like or whatever. And then I usually just go off that. Usually QB that I think should get it or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I really liked the Vikings that one year when they had Case Keenum and the Minnesota Miracle.
Yeah.
That thing was wild, bro. I mean, because if they made it to the Super Bowl, they'd have been the first team to ever play in their own stadium in the Super Bowl, but they lost.
That's freaking insane. Yeah. So Bengals, Dolphins. Dolphins all the way.
Yeah. Dolphins.
Dolphins, baby. Jacks, Vikes.
Vikings.
Vikes.
Oh, yeah. And then Raiders, Jets. Poor Jets.
Yeah, right. Jets all the way. I'm kidding. No, Raiders for sure.
Yeah.
And then Colts, Texans.
Colts.
I'm gonna go with the Texans.
I'm gonna go with the Colts. I think this is a bounce back game for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much to say. So now to the game that actually matters. Darsh, Monday Night Football. The San Francisco 49ers are taking on, the Buffalo Bills are taking on the Glendale 49ers.
Yeah.
In State Farm. Is it State Farm Stadium?
Yeah.
Where is the stadium?
It's in Glendale, Arizona.
Yeah, but like whose is it really?
It's Arizona.
It's Arizona Cardinals.
State.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Cardinals Stadium. Okay.
Yeah, they're going to combine teams and win the NFC West.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be so
Could you imagine?
That'd be fire, dude.
Kyler Murray as your quarterback, throwing bombs to DeAndre
What are you
Hopkins.
talking about?
Oh,
Bench Kyler.
Bro, put in Jimmy.
Nick.
no.
Dude,
Keep Kyler. Keep Kyler. Kyle Shanahan's your coach. Kyler Murray is going to be throwing bombs to DeAndre Hopkins, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and Larry Fitzgerald. Oh, and your running back is now. Your running backs are now Raheem Mostert and Kenyon Drake.
Yeah.
And
Isaiah Simmons,
Jerick McKinnon,
Jeff Wilson Jr.
Dude, and then your safety would be like Jimmy Ward and Budda Baker, bro. Like
that would be nuts. You guys would have like the best team ever.
Yeah. Hard hitting.
Dude, and Fred Warner.
Fred Warner, like Isaiah Simmons,
and Dre Greenlaw.
Yeah. They'd be hawking to the
Patrick
ball, bro.
Peterson and
Richard Sherman, bro. They'd be the stacked like cornerback.
Yeah.
Dude, they'd be wild.
That team, I don't think anybody would beat that football team.
And then like a crapo line, bro. Like that'd be sick. I don't think anybody on those both teams has like a decent, except for Trent Williams. Like.
You guys could combine your O lines.
Yeah, we have a good left side of
the guy.
We have a good left side of the O line, and they just need a good right side of the O line. Combine both of those, and we have a great team.
Who's your center? I forgot.
I don't even know. Isn't it Brunskill?
Garland or something?
Oh yeah, maybe it's Garland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I knew is Weston Richburg. I don't even. I'm so tired right now, bro. I don't even remember. But Trent
Bills,
Williams,
49ers.
Huh?
Yeah.
Bills, 49ers.
Yeah.
Bills.
Dude, I'm taking Niners all the way, baby.
All the way. What's the score?
Okay.
I'm gonna say 28-21.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So of all the games that are going to be played this week, right? The Niners and the Bills are pretty much the only one that's like a coin flip. Like no one knows who's going to win this game. Like if you look at any of the sports betting books, like they're all, it's like one will say +1, the other one will say -1. So it's pretty much coin flip who's going to win. But I think ultimately the Niners are kind of on a surge. Or surge.
Yeah. 1 week surge.
1 week surge. No, well, I mean it's a culmination of things, right? Like
you got the game before guys back.
Yeah, all the boys are back.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are kind of slowly coming back, and it's just like this is the type of game where it's like, okay, if the Niners can beat the Bills, this is like a momentum builder. This is the type of game where it's like, okay, yeah, they're going to carry this forward in. Hopefully make a really strong playoff push and make it.
Yeah.
But
because they'll be 6-6 if they win. So they'll be 500, and then they have 2 beatable teams. I mean, not saying it'll be easy, but the 2 beatable teams will be 8-6 going into the Cardinals game, and they could theoretically lose one of those and still make the playoffs. So they could maybe beat the Cardinals and lose the Seahawks and be 9-7, and then make the playoffs.
So pretty much, you guys are.
Yeah,
so pretty much the Niners, like in order to make the playoffs, you guys are literally betting on either the Rams or the Cardinals. Most likely the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Taking a couple more L's down the stretch than you guys do.
Yeah.
It helps that the Cardinals lost to the Patriots, though.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as game, I'm gonna go with 49ers on this one. It's gonna be super tight. I'm gonna go with the spread, and I'm gonna go 28-27.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's ultimately going to come down to the run game with like Raheem Mostert, because I was watching Grant Cohn and stuff, and he was saying how Kyle Shanahan knows that the Buffalo Bills run defense is like garbage or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then the Bills would also think that since they're just going to stack the box and allow for try to stop the run early. So what he's saying is have Nick Mullins just do quick passes. To Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, so they can have them spread out, and then they can start just pounding them into the ground with the run game.
I think that they're screwed, dude.
I don't know.
I think the Bills are toast.
But the kryptonite of Robert Saleh is
mobile.
Mobile quarterbacks. That's honestly all it is. When he plays not station, but pocket passing quarterbacks, he's like a baller. But when you play against speedy guys, it's very difficult.
Yeah. For my score, I'm gonna go 34-17.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I don't know about that one, but I think Kellan, I think they're gonna win, but I don't think it's by that much.
Dude, they're gonna freaking smash, bro.
If they smack them, that'd be great. Like the Patriots game, I was really nervous for them to play that. And I was like, dude, I don't think they're gonna win that. But then they just smacked him. That was like the greatest game because you just like didn't have to be nervous the last second.
You know what's crazy to me is that the Bills have such a good secondary. Well, or at least on paper, it looks like they have such a good secondary, but it's like,
the secondary is trash and like that. Actual, like,
wow, it's surprising to me.
Yeah,
their whole entire secondary got mossed by DeAndre.
I know. Yeah,
like three of the best DBs in the league just got shredded.
Yeah, that was nuts. Like, how'd they do that?
Yeah. I have a question.
Yeah,
who is down to do like one of these times? Like, do a Packers, 49ers, and then Washington Giants episode. Just talk about those teams. Because I could talk about those teams for a while. Because we got Darsh's team here. I could talk about the team I could talk about for like 365 days continuously in the 49ers. And then we could talk about the most interesting teams in the league. Washington football team and the New York Giants. I'd be down to do
we should do like you know how you guys do like a off-season preview for all the NBA teams when the playoffs get closer and teams start clinching.
Yeah.
What we should start doing is like previews for those playoff teams. Like where do you see them like ending up like after they clinch a spot, whether or not they've definitively clinched like that fourth seed or third seed or whatever. Or like fifth, sixth, seventh, and then just go from there and just kind of preview like, okay, here's what they did well this regular season. Here's what they struggled with. What is a favorable matchup for them, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I'm so down.
I honestly think the Ravens are going to miss the playoffs this year. Like
what?
I don't think they're going to make it.
You think the Browns are going to make it in?
Yeah, I think the Ravens are going to miss the playoffs. Like they're 6-5 right now, and they honestly are kind of trash. Like
not with Lamar.
Even with Lamar, they've dropped like 4 games. Yeah,
Lamar's awesome, dude.
But they've lost like 3 with Lamar, 4 with Lamar actually.
All I'm gonna say is that if the Ravens get hit with any more COVID stuff, it's the Madden curse.
Yeah, honestly, dude, that's how it works. Just wait for Patrick Mahomes to be on Madden cover next year, and then he already is on 20. Never mind.
He was, and he won the Super Bowl.
I forgot about that.
No, he didn't. The refs won the Super Bowl.
Sorry, my bad, Kellan.
No, there was another.
Please don't kick me off the show.
Yeah, there's another offsides thing I saw in the Rams. Like Aaron Donald, like Nick Mullins hiked the ball, and Aaron Donald was already like into the O line before he hiked it. And then like the commentators were like, "Look how fast Aaron Donald. He's just so great at football. He knows how to get off the line so quick." I'm like, bro, I'm pretty sure he was offsides on that. So like, he hiked it, and like Aaron Donald was already like touching the lineman before he hiked it, and I was like, "What is this?" Like
the anticipation.
Stupid. Yeah.
What did you guys think about that Chris Collinsworth thing? Did you hear about that?
No.
Oh yeah.
It was so dumb. I felt like it was stupid. It's like he wasn't meaning any harm to what he was saying.
I think what he was trying to say was that the people of Pittsburgh know like football or they have a lot of knowledge around football, and it even goes like as far as when they see him at a bar or something like that, they want to go out and talk to him and ask him about like games, not just about like the upcoming matchups. They want to talk about like the history of the game and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think he just used the example of like 2 women that might have like come up and talked to him about a game from like years ago or something like that he covered. And he kind of used that example and it just came off as sexist. I didn't think like that was his intention. And I don't think he should have received as much backlash as he did. Yeah. But yeah.
I didn't think it was. I thought it was like I didn't even. If I was listening to it, I wouldn't think anything of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But so, bro, cannot wait.
Yeah.
For Monday night. Let's go.
You gotta hear what's her name's song. I don't remember. Carrie Underwood. Her Monday night thing.
I've been waiting all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be litty, dude. Hopefully nobody gets COVID. Like, and also let's all grab hands.
Yep. Do a prayer.
Grab hands. Okay. Daniel, we wish that your hamstring heals up in the next 48 hours so you can absolutely demolish and bend over the Seattle Seahawks, dude.
Yes.
Let's go.
I just want an entertaining game.
There you go.
What's up?
Yeah.
I just want an entertaining game, Daniel.
Yeah.
Yes. And Colt McCoy. And if you do get to start, dude, you better clutch up and get that ball to Sterling Shepard, my man.
Yeah.
You better get that ball to Sterling Shepard and Evan Ingram. You have enough weapons to win the game. What's up?
Or Wayne Gallman.
Yeah. Or Evan Ingram. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe Darius Slayton's probably still a little depressed from last week, so give him the ball too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you, guys. This was good. We got through all the games, but it is kind of boring sometimes going through all like the stupid games that I
I know. There's a bunch of ones you don't care about. I like this whole thing where we just like go through them quick and then talk about the ones that matter.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, Packers absolutely gonna piss on the Eagles, dude. It's not even gonna be funny. But thank you guys for coming on.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. Yeah.
Once again. Okay.
This was so much fun.
All right.
Later, Kellan.
Bye.
Bye.